Hello everyone, welcome back to another guide for leveling in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm your host Amadeus Aeon on Balmung, also known as Mangekyo World. And let's dive right in, shall we? Okay, so first off, this is Final Fantasy XIV's first expansion, which launched last year in the year 2016, and it is called Heavensward. And this expansion's primary focus is between a war of man and dragon, or in this case of the Eorzea's lore, between Ishgard, the Elezen of Ishgard, and the Dravanians, which are the dragons of the area surrounding Korthus and the Dravanian hinterlands. So, to begin, the leveling process really hasn't changed all too much since A Realm Reborn. You'll still be doing pretty much the same as you were before. You'll be doing your main story quest, your side quests, fates, and dungeons, and all that. But, this is important here, they've added something else to kind of give you a little more experience. And that is right behind me here, which is called the Clan Hunt Board. Now, this is unlocked very early on in the main story quest when you hit about, I believe it's level 53 or 52. And you'll speak to this NPC, Ardoline, which is in this pub right behind me. Which I'll show you where that is on the map. And this pub is called the Forgotten Knight. And it's just a little bit to the east of the Aetheryte in Ishgard. So, as you go through your main story quest, you'll be leveling the same, and it's probably a very good idea to pick up these hunts. Now, very important, you won't unlock all the tiers all at once. You'll unlock them as you gradually progress levels. But to start off, as you get the unlock quest, you'll come to unlock the first tier, level 1. And it will give you a bunch of different monsters to poach throughout the Heavensward areas that you see. Like it shows here, there's a polar bear, which is typically in level 50, 51 areas. And you'll notice at the bottom, there's a reward. So you will get gil, seals, and experience for doing these hunts. Now that's not too bad considering what it is, you know, it's hunts. Very much the same as A Realm Reborn's hunts, only this time you'll be able to do these hunts as you're gaining levels instead of after you've reached the max level. So you'll get a little bit of gil from doing each hunt. There's usually a stack of 5 in each level, and you'll get some hunts just to do as you're out wandering about doing fates or side quests or main story quests. You can do them any time at all. There's no rush, there's no deadline. You can turn them in at any time. They do, however, reset on Tuesdays, so don't worry if you haven't turned them in. You can still turn them in for credit, but they reset every Tuesday, so after you get done with your stack, you'll have to wait until the Tuesday's reset to get another stack. Or if you progressed through the main story, like I said, you'll unlock the next tier and you can get that stack to go with the previous stack. Now, as you can see, for the level 1 tier, you'll earn 34,560 EXP from hunting 1 mark. And there's 5, so you'll multiply that by 5. That's a pretty substantial chunk. It's not big considering how much EXP you need for levels in Heavensward, but it's still pretty substantial. Now, the next tier, the XP goes up just slightly to 43,200. Again, it's not a lot, but it's pretty good sizable EXP to earn. And then, as you unlock the final tier, you'll get 51,000 per hunt. This is pretty good to have. This will bump you up quite a bit in your levels. And then lastly, as you reached your final tier, you've gotten through the max rank with the clan here, which is called Clan Centurio. You'll be able to hunt elite marks for just gil and seals. Now these seals you can turn into Ardaline down here in the Forgotten Night. You can turn it into Ardaline or Yolane here. And it'll give you some stuff. You know, just random stuff. Ardaline here gives you ventures, Ether tickets. Now, Ether tickets are pretty nice. I use my seals for these primarily because it basically gives you free teleporting to any area. Then you have some minions and, of course, other stuff that you might fancy. Then in advance here, he has these logs, which they're not real important to your leveling process, but like they can be used later on down the line as you reach max level to upgrade your gear and stuff. Same with this other stuff that he is displaying down here. This is stuff that you will use to upgrade your gear if you so choose to. But as of current, the gear that Yolane over here offers is not really the best gear in the game right now, so it's probably not going to assist you too much, but I don't know. Say if you're someone who likes glamour, for instance, you can buy some of this stuff and glamour it over. And this Doman gear has a very Asian feel to it, so if you're really into anime, Japanese, you know, just that culture, you can buy this stuff to glamour. And then there's this item level 200 gear here, which is old relic gear that we had to grind for to start with Heavensward. This gear is actually okay to have with you for a good portion of going through Heavensward later on. It'll help you get through most of the first couple of dungeons, but then afterwards the item level will increase as you move further along through the main story, so you'll definitely want to think about replacing it. But other than that, this gear you can get here from hunts, or you can exchange seals for it in Idleshire, which is an area you will unlock through the main story. And it's basically the same kind of area as Mordona is. You'll be able to exchange your tomes there and get higher weapons and higher gear for progression. And yeah, other than that, you'll continue to level the same, like I said, but also you can use Palace of the Dead to help you level. And how you're going to use this is that after you've beaten the 50th floor, it unlocks another set of 100 floors, excuse me, and basically it'll give you equivalent and a little bit extra EXP for clearing 10 floors the same as before. Only this EXP will go towards helping you level your current main job from level 50 to 60. The EXP is about the same as if you were doing a normal dungeon typically, so it may get a little grindy, but the queue times for, say, if your DPS will be less in Palace of the Dead when compared to like a normal dungeon, so it's definitely not a bad idea to do Palace of the Dead while you're doing other things like fates, hunts, and dungeons. Now, after you've obtained level 60 and you've completed the main scenario quests, Heavensward, you'll be able to unlock these Beast Tribe quests. Now, these Beast Tribe quests work similar to the Beast Tribes of A Realm Reborn, and they'll give you some pretty decent EXP to start off. It won't be as high until you've reached the max reputation with the Beast Tribe you're working on, but it will still be some very, very nice EXP once you hit the max reputation with the Beast Tribe that you're working on currently. So I would definitely recommend getting that done, because that will help you level your other jobs, your sub jobs that you want to level, and it will stack on to whatever other buffs you're using as well, such as the Heat of Battle from Free Company or food buff that you're using. Now, you won't be able to use the ring from the Novice Hall that you earned, because that is only lasts you up to level 31. So that will become a little bit obsolete from there. But other than that, you have all this other stuff at your disposal to use and help you level. And once you've hit that max level, which in Heavensward it's level 60, you'll be able to start grinding for tomes and getting yourself better gear and such to help you prepare for the next expansion, which is coming up pretty quickly here in June 20th. And that expansion is Stormblood. So you'll definitely want to prepare for that before you jump right in if you haven't pre-ordered or bought the game already, or deciding to buy the game. You'll definitely want to get your gear up to speed and your weapon so that you're prepared to be able to jump through basically content as you go along through main story and be able to just enjoy the game. Alright then, I believe that covers everything we have to talk about for leveling through Heavensward. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like or comment below. If you want to subscribe to my channel, that would be great. I plan to do more videos like this in the future, plus a little bit of more extra videos, some fun, maybe a few displays of my raid runs and such with friends and whatnot. Whatever, whatever I find to be suitable for this game to broadcast to you, my viewers, and such. So, until then, take care.